Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, and welcome to the finals/tournament results video for my Master of them All tournament number 5, the PU tournament with no NFEs and no Mega Evolutions that I had last Sunday on my Twitch stream. And this tournament as a whole was a lot of fun. It ran extremely smoothly. It was probably the smoothest that I've ever ran a tournament before. Everybody was pretty much there for their matches for the most part, and things just were pretty fun and enjoyable for anyone involved who participated, or even myself who was feeling terrible during Sunday because I was just extremely sick and kind of have been for the last week or so, which is why I haven't uploaded anything, because my voice sounds really funky and I'd rather not upload a video with that. But either way, I'm here now, and I am going to basically just be getting into the finals match in just a second. We have two competitors here. We have one by the name of Trade, who is coming from the winner's bracket, and then we have a player by the name of Ragnia, who is coming from the loser's bracket. So the way this is set up is that Ragnia has to win 2 games before he can win the tournament, but since Trade is already in the winner's bracket, he has to win only 1 game. So let's jump into that right now. So to start things off, we are actually beginning in turn 2 of this game. Turn 1, I wasn't quick enough to record, but all that happened was Relicanth went for a waterfall as the Golem went for a stealth rock. So because Relicanth outsped, he's just going to go for a waterfall right here, instead of maybe switching out, because he probably wasn't maybe going to get another chance to switch in a Golem at another point in the battle, and also because he got his weakness policy boost activated as he saw right there with those stat boosts under the health bar. But being able to easily resist both stabs from Relicanth, Trade's going to go out into his Poliwrath right here and go for the Scald, but Ragnia obviously predicts that and goes into a Poliwrath of his own, which obviously, because of the water absorbability, is going to take that Scald very easily. And we actually find out that Ragnia is running sort of a crazy special attacking Poliwrath here, which has actually worked out really well for him in previous battles that we've seen him in the tournament. But Trade's going to make a good play right there, go for the Circle Throw on the Camerupt, knowing that he's not going to want to stay in to take a water type attack, and it's going to Circle Throw him out into his Gergeist right here. Now this is a terrible matchup for Poliwrath, so he's going to have to switch out. Goes into his Garbodor right here, which is going to easily resist the Seed Bomb, and this is going to give Trade the opportunity to start setting up some entry hazards on his opponent's side of the field. And this actually kind of was the game plan of Trade's team for the most part throughout the tournament. And as you can see right now, Ragnia actually doesn't have anything on his team that packs the Defog or the Rapid Spin. So he's going to be freely able to set up both layers of Toxic Spikes right here and another layer of Spikes, which is going to be causing anything on Ragnia's team that wants to switch in a lot of trouble, because they're going to be taking around 25% of their health and getting poisoned every single time they switch in. The Throw, luckily being a Guts Pokemon, is able to benefit from the poison right here, and is able to get the Guts boost, making his attacks a little bit more powerful, and go for a Zen Headbutt on the Poliwrath. Now he does Circle Throw him out into his Relicanth right here, and Ragnia, I believe, actually makes a mistake here going for the Earthquake. A Head Smash, even though it is not very effective, is still more powerful than a neutral effective Earthquake, and if he did go for that, it would have actually taken him out on that turn. So that's something to keep in mind right there. Stab attacks are very powerful, even when they are resisted sometimes, especially if it's something like Head Smash. But either way, Relicanth is going to go down right there. Dusknoir obviously can take pretty much any type of attack because of its immense bulk on both of its physical and special side. But Ragnia is actually going to bring in his Throw right here, going to threaten the knockoff on the Dusknoir right here, as Trade decides to predict that and go into his Avalugg right here. He's going to take that very easily because Avalugg is quite the bulky Pokemon, and then predicting the Circle Throw, he is going to go back into his Dusknoir, which is going to allow this Throw to take even more damage from the poison, and then easily be able to revenge kill him on the following turn with the priority Shadow Sneak. So Ragnia is going to have a bit of trouble taking down this Dusknoir, as it seems right now. So he's going to decide to bring in his Electrode right here. This is actually a Specs Electrode, I believe we found out throughout the tournament. And he is going to opt to go for the Volt Switch right here. Gets a critical hit, but as you can see, even with that critical hit, it still did under half, which is something to make note of, just showing how bulky Dusknoir is. And so he's going to be able to go into his Camerupt right here to potentially take any attack that he wants to go for. But Trade actually just opts for the Earthquake, which he does pack on his Dusknoir, which is going to be super effective against both the Camerupt and the Electrode, so that was a very good play for him to go for it there. It kind of had pretty good coverage against anything that Ragnia wanted to go for. But because he's at a pretty low range of health now, thanks to the entry hazards he just took, Dusknoir is able to come on in here again and just easily revenge kill with the Shadow Sneak, and this is going to force Ragnia to be in a deficit for the first time in this game, I believe, in terms of Pokemon count. It's now 3-4. So Ragnia is going to opt to go into his Electrode right here yet again, goes for another Volt Switch, and this time it is the Avalugg that he manages to hit on the switch as he Volt Switches out into his Poliwrath right here. Now, I believe he's also going to make another mistake right here going for the Vacuum Wave. I believe this Poliwrath does have a Hydro Pump, and Hydro Pump actually does more damage than the super effective Vacuum Wave on Avalugg. So that would have been an option right there. He could have had his Poliwrath for maybe one extra turn, which could have allowed it to get a little bit more damage on something else, but obviously because the Dusknoir, he probably was just going to bring that in and revenge kill it anyway. But at this range, Drade isn't entirely sure if he's going to be able to take out this Electro with the Shadow Sneak, so he's going to bring in his Poliwrath right here to sacrifice it, and then go right back into his Dusknoir, which at this range, he feels much more confident being able to KO a Shadow Sneak thanks to the poison damage, and he does just that. So Ragnia only has one thing left on his side of the field, which is this Gourgeist. However, thankfully for Ragnia, this Gourgeist does actually pack the Leech Seed on it to allow him to get some of this health back that he's going to be losing over the course of the next few turns, thanks to the poison damage and also the Shadow Sneaks from the opposing Dusknoir. And this is going to bring him down to a pretty low range, even though the Leech Seed is going to help mitigate that just a bit. But as you can see right here, the Gourgeist being able to outspeed with Shadow Sneak is going to be able to easily take out the Dusknoir on this following turn. However, he's not going to get any Leech Seed recovery on this turn if he does take out the Dusknoir, so he's just going to get a little bit of leftovers and then get his health dropped quite a bit by the Toxic Poison. Now it is one-on-one Tauros versus Gourgeist, and as we're going to see right now, this Tauros actually is a mixed variant of Tauros, so he's going to actually go for the Fire Blast right here, which is going to take out this Gourgeist and give Trade the victory in the battle, winning the tournament. So here we see the final results screen of the tournament. Evercrest was the name that Trade already registered by on Challenge. He just changed it to Trade for the purposes of this tournament because that's his showdown name. So he wins. Ragnia got a worthy second, and Marcel Voss got third place here with a few other notable people on this list. Evercrest also, or Trade also, won a $25 iTunes gift card. That was the prize for this tournament. So I hope you're enjoying that and listening to some amazing music that you just were able to purchase on iTunes thanks to your involvement with this tournament. But again, everybody, thank you for those that came out to this tournament. Thank you for those that watched, and for those that have not been to a MOTA tournament before, or a Master of the Mall tournament before, I highly suggest you enter the next one. They're a ton of fun, and it's just a great time getting to chat with all of you as we participate in these epic competitive events. But that's it for this video, everybody. So as always, take care, goodbye, and I will see you all next time.